Hello, hello. Deb here. It is day 83. And life is wonderful, isn't it? When was the last time I made a video? That was day 77? That would have been last Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Don't know what went on during the week because I really don't pay attention. However, I did manifest a person yesterday. It was really quite cool. I was getting off the expressway at my exit to go home, and I was sitting there thinking, I wonder what this fella's doing. Wonder what he's up to. He'd been out of town. Wonder if he got back. Just, thinking I really ought to call and see if he's back in town, because there were some things over to his house I wanted to go pick up. And as I'm pulling up to the stoplight at a major intersection, I see this truck that looks just like his truck. So I'm straining and craning to see, is that really him? I can't quite get up next to him. We both turn the corner, and he's not at his exit. He's at my exit. His exit is 2 exits down from mine. So anyways, we're driving along, and I would get to the next stop sign, and I pull up next to him, and I see it is him. Well, he's not paying any attention to me. So anyways, I pull on ahead and wave to him out my window, and I see that he gets behind me, and he followed me home because he wasn't near his house. So it was just kind of funny that I was thinking of this person, and then there they were on my road, and we had a lovely conversation. Life is good. And it was just kind of funny because he was on my list of people to call. I wondered if he'd got back into town, and I manifested him right there on the street next to me. How cool is that? Then today, another one of those intuition manifestation all blown into one kind of things. I was at a luncheon, and I was talking about Isogenics, the little MLM thing, and it was a networking luncheon for women. And I turned around, right after I sat down, I turned around, and there's another woman who is from the same company, but I don't know her, so she's obviously promoting the same product line. And I thought, alrighty. So anyways, she does her little spiel, and they're doing a drawing. And I noticed a book in the hand of the person doing the drawings. That was a book from Isogenics, Chicken Soup for the Healthy Soul. And I said, I'm going to win that. And I knew it was from the other lady. And I said, and I'll have to give that away, and I'll probably give it to Ann. I mean, that was just my whole thought process. And as I'm thinking I'm going to win that, they pulled my card out of the bowl. I won it. And I turned around, and I just said, the first person who can give me the name of my company can have the book. And it was Ann. And it was just kind of like, I knew that was going to happen. So that was one of those rapid manifestations. But anyways, that was very cool. So, what else have I been working on? I did start the Law of Attraction. I couldn't resist the temptation. I mean, there's the darn book, so I said, okay, I'll start reading it. And so I was writing in my little journal about my little aha moments and all of that kind of thing. And it seems like I had something I was going to say, but maybe I won't be able to find it, and this will get really boring because I'm trying to find it. But anyways, it is a very good book. Oh, here it is. I have talked about my little illness occasionally. I try not to focus on it much because we know what that does. But, in the depths of your mind, when they're reading about the law of attraction, it says you attract everything. And I attracted this when I was 12 or 13. And you have to wonder, what the heck are you doing at 12 or 13? Because you don't know that much about thought processes. And how do children attract diseases? I mean, has anybody ever thought about that besides me? So anyways, as I was reading through the book, and it was talking about something about you attract everything to you. There's no discussion on this topic. And so I had to sit there and go, okay, what was I doing when I was that age? Okay, I was living with my mom. I was living with my stepbrother. I was living with my stepfather. I wasn't extremely happy. But, everybody says my illness is caused by stress, which it's not. But I tried to think what was stressful at the age of 12. I mean, I was in the 7th grade, middle school. Yeah, I wasn't popular. Yeah, I was kind of an outcast, but I never considered that a stress thing because I still had friends. And my brother was popular, stepbrother was popular. He was in the same grade. But then I had my aha moment. You know, my brother, every night at the dinner table, would sit there and go, oh, I have such a bad headache. I mean, and these were, nobody knows why headaches, just every night at the dinner table, he had this excruciating headache, and, you know, he got all this sympathy and all this attention and got to get out of chores. And I'm thinking, you know what? I didn't develop the ulcers right at that moment, but shortly after that, I quit living with my mother and I went to go live with my dad. And I'm beginning to think that perhaps I thought, here's the opportunity to use that kind of scenario with my new family who didn't know me, because that's when they really became evident. Now, it is a hereditary thing, and I did pass it on to my daughter, the opportunity to create this disease. And so I think that was kind of a, maybe I did that to get attention. And yeah, and I used to think that way, but I hadn't really put a beginning to it, like where did this all start until now. But when, you know, when I was married, there were several times when I would look for sympathy from my husband saying, hey, you know what, I'm in a lot of pain. And I have a friend who has a variety of illnesses that she chooses to have, and I really believe she chooses to have them. And every time she gets on her little spiel of, oh, I'm too tired and I'm so worn out, I'm just like, oh, I so don't want to hear this. So, you know, I have learned not to use mine as an excuse anymore. However, because they're still there, I haven't figured out how to not attract it. So I need to get that part down, but at least to kind of have a beginning of how it all began. So that was really cool. Then I started working on what I really wanted, so that was fun. And I determined that I really don't want to earn millions of dollars. I want to be worth millions of dollars. There is a difference. And I could very happily live on an income of $700,000 a year. Who couldn't? Yeah. Okay, so I plotted it all out, decided how I was going to break it all down, how I was going to spend the money, getting my whole plan in order. And then I went about planning my winning of the lottery. Got a little book on, it's called Getting Lucky, but we know it's Getting Manifesting. That's what the title of the book should have been. So I've got it pretty much set up how I'm going to win the lottery. And just for the record, the guy suggests that when you want to win the lottery, and I say that instead of playing, because this is not playing, I'm winning. When you want to win the lottery, you should always at least do one ticket with the quick picks, because just as many people win on quick pick as with weird systems. And to not use birth dates, because a lot of people use birth dates. Now granted, some people win using birth dates or death dates, but more people, you're going to have to share the pot with more people because that's the system most people use. Whereas if you do the quick pick, which is going to include higher numbers, then you're not going to have to share the pot with as many people. And he suggests that you always have at least two numbers that are above 30, because 31 would be the last number that you could have if you were choosing a birth date. Sounds logical to me. Anyways, and then play the instant games that have the best ratio. I don't know if I'm going to do the instant games, but he says like if one has a 1 to 3.75 and one's a 1.425, then go ahead and play the one that's got the 1 to 3. So there's my little tips on winning the lottery, and I look forward to posting my first winnings with you. And I think that's all I have for today. I actually took the day off today, really took the day off. Really took the day off. Did not go into work, although I did go to a networking function. It was a luncheon, and it was for isogenics. It wasn't for the salon. And planted some pansies. The weather was absolutely gorgeous today, so it was a great day to not be at work. So, all in all, a fabulous day. I even hugged my bank teller. She was quite surprised, wondering what was wrong with me. But I just felt good. I am attracting joy. I loved everybody's joy stuff. So, bring on more joy. Joy is good. Joy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Isn't that how the song goes? I used to hate that song when my kids listened to it all the time. Oh well, enough about that. I'm rambling. Bye.